Hello, YouTube, and all of Cheryl's honeys. I hope you are doing well on this Monday, getting to the evening right now. I thought I'd do an early African American history report on the last day of January of my birthday month. I hope you appreciate it, and the one I'm doing it on is on Sidney Poitier. And one of the reasons I want to do it because he just recently passed away, and he was one of my greatest, most favorite of all movie actors. I looked up to him. I just thought I'd do a little something on him, and I hope I do halfway justice. I can't go into all the details that Sidney did because it's a lot, because of time. But just a little something. Anyway, I hope you like it. And one of the other reasons I thought I'd do it is because when he passed away, I told one of my daughters about him, and first thing she said was, "Who is Sidney Poitier?" And the thing that gets me, they know all these hip hop rappers and stars and whatnot, and the modern day actors today, but they don't know the ones that
paved the way.
Who paved the way, whose shoulders they're actually standing on. And he is one of the ones. And I just had to say a little something on him about this man, Sidney Poitier. I thought I'd do a little something about his early life to start with. Sidney Poitier was born on February 20th, 1927 in Miami, Florida. He was the youngest child of Evelyn and Reginald James Poitier, who had 7 children. They, his parents, owned a farm in the Bahamas and lived on a small island in the Bahamas called Cat Island. His parents were farmers, and they sold tomatoes and other produce. The family would often travel to Miami, Florida to sell their produce. That's how Sidney was born here in the U.S. His mother, who was pregnant at the time, gave birth to Sidney. He was born 3 months premature, not expected to live at so early a birth. His parents stayed in Miami for 3 months to nurse Sidney back to good health. But his birth made him a natural citizen of the United States. Sidney lived with his family on Cat Island until he was 10 years old. Then his family moved to Nassau, Jamaica. There, young Sidney was exposed to the modern world. He saw his first automobile, electricity, plumbing, refrigeration, and motion pictures. These small luxuries he did not have on Cat Island. It was rough. At the age of 15, Sidney was sent to live with his older brother, who had a large family in Miami, Florida. But Sidney found it hard to live and adjust to the racist Jim Crow era of Florida. So at 16, he moved to New York City, looking to become an actor. Sidney had many different jobs as he struggled to be an actor. One job he had was a dishwasher. Sidney once said during his early years, if things did not work out when he was making his movies in those early years, he could always go back to washing dishes. He was a very humble man. It was rough, like I said. He auditioned for the American Negro Theater, but failed the audition because he could not fluently read the script. So an elderly Jewish waiter who worked with him at the time, when he was a dishwasher, sat with Sidney every night to help him improve his speech by reading him newspapers. This the waiter did for several weeks. That and Sidney listening to the radio helped him improve his speech, which was a heavy Bahamian accent. Determined to refine his acting skills and to rid himself of his noticeable Bahamian accent, he spent 6 months working to achieve theatrical success. On his second attempt at the theater, the American Negro Theater, he was noticed and was given a lead role in a play. He was on his way becoming the man and the actor we know today. Check this out. In late 1949, Sidney was so good at his craft, he had to choose between leading roles on the stage, and then he had an offer to work for director Darryl F. Zanuck in the film No Way Out in 1950. This was Sidney's first movie. He played a doctor. Do you hear me? A doctor, not a servant, in a major motion picture. In this film, he had to treat a white, racist, bigoted patient, played by Richard Widmark. In this film, he had to treat him, and this patient did not want a black doctor to treat him. From that role, Sidney was noticed by his performance, which led to more movie roles. In 1951, he and fellow African-American actor Canada Lee traveled to South Africa to star in the movie Cry, the Beloved Country. From that role, he was given a chance to act in the Blackboard Jungle, where, because he looked younger than his years, he played a high school delinquent. That movie was explosive at the time, dealing with teenage delinquency and racial tensions. It had such big stars in it like Glenn Ford and Vic Morrow. And the soundtrack was Rock Around the Clock by Bill Haley and the Comets. That was in 1955. And that song and everything was a big hit. In 1958, Sidney starred in the film The Defiant Ones, also starring Tony Curtis. This film was explosive at the time. Two escaped convicts on the run, chained together, one black, the other white. And the white one was he played a bigoted actor, a bigoted man. Both of them on the run wanted to head, to get away. Sidney wanted to go north. Tony Curtis, the actor, he wanted to go south. These and so many other films Sidney starred in over the years, including the film Lilies of the Field in 1963, where his performance earned him the Academy Award as a leading actor, making him the first African American to win that award as a leading actor. In the early days for African American rights and freedoms, he marched with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., putting his career at risk. But that did not deter Sidney. He walked with his feet, and he gave money to help the cause. So many things, all good, can be said about Sidney Poitier. He was an actor, a director. He was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II, which made him a knight also. So many accolades he received in his lifetime, too many to mention here because of time. But of all the things he was most importantly thought of and remembered by me, and what he thought of as himself, he was a man who believed in himself. He passed away too soon on January the 6th, 2022, 94 years young. Yes, Sidney Poitier, he will be missed by me and so many others. He was a great actor, a great director. And like I said, he performed in films from 1950, and he was active all the way up to about, I think I read, to 2008 or 2009. One film he made was, I can't think of the name of, it was an action movie. It was made in 1988. And in that film, I remember he did most of all his stunts. And he said he would never do that again. He was about 61 or 62 at the time. I saw the movie. I can't recall the name at the time. But it was a great movie. And like I said, he did his own stunts. And I don't see how he could do it. I couldn't even do some of the things he did in that movie. But he was a great actor, a great man, a great human being. He will be missed. And so many other actors today that they have that thanks to people just like him who paved the way so that they can be in the position that they are in today. Denzel Washington would be one of the first to say, I followed in his footsteps. Morgan Freeman, Samuel L. Jackson, and so many others. But anyway, I just thought I'd say a little something on this great man. And like I said, he was one of my favorite actors and somebody who I try to emulate. Thank you for listening. There'll be a few more coming. You all take care. Stay healthy. And I'll see you next time. Later. Bye.